one thing standing between you and your next 6 or 7 figures wasn't more marketing, but a secret code that everyone who has made 6 or 7 figures at their event know. Before I share with you, let me ask you this. Have you ever poured your heart, your money, and your message into an event experience and walked away wondering, what did I miss? Well, here's the truth. Events don't fail because you didn't work hard enough. They sometimes fail because we're on the outside looking in at all the top names who are making 6 and 7 figures, and we don't have the strategy. And so when we're on the outside looking in, we sometimes feel like we need a beautiful decor, beautiful venue, big name speakers, or even celebrities. We think we need huge numbers or big screens, or maybe just to be extremely inspirational. Or maybe we're thinking you need a whole bunch of swag or great food. That is not the case. Those things can be helpful, but that's not the case all the time. Those are all wants. But when you are looking to host your own highly profitable experience, then you need the secret codes. And that is what I'm going to share with you today. And this is why sometimes events fail to profit, because you don't have the secrets. But it's okay because I'm going to share with you all the secrets today, the secret code of event conversion, so you can stop guessing, start executing, and finally host the kind of event experience that sells with intention and strategy and make you high 6 and 7 figures. Now, hello, everyone. I'll just say hello, hello, hello. I am Dr. Shanna, your certified event conversion strategist. I'm your favorite event strategist. So, for more than a score, I've been helping entrepreneurs just like yourself and coaches and subject matter experts design experiences that don't just inspire, they convert. My clients have made millions in the smallest of rooms, and many of them have started exactly where you are seated right now, with a dream, a message, and a little bit of event anxiety. So if you've been spinning in confusion or second guessing your ability to pull off your next event, today's conversation is definitely for you. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, what I'm going to do is share with you the secret of event conversion, and they are 10 of them. Okay. So make sure that you are very, very intentional, because this is what you get to do at your next event. You get to convert. And when you apply these codes to your event, you are laying a well set foundation for your event success. So the first I want to share with you is, what do you have to have? What's the big secret code? The first code. And I will say this before I go in sharing all the codes. These codes all act as one long code. So you can't have one without the other, without the other. You want to have all of these items, okay? And the first is, you must have the right mindset. When you go in and you set your rev goal or your people goal, one of the first things I ask my client is, do you believe that you can hit this goal? If anything inside of you says no, then you want to set a goal whereas it feels great in your body. So if you say to yourself, I want to hit seven figures and I believe that I could hit seven figures at my event, then you are well, well, well on your way. If you don't believe in it, then I promise you, your audience won't either. The second necessity that you must have of the event code is an offer. You must have something to sell at your event in order for you to convert. So, what does that look like? Well, you get to decide. The thing is, you want to ensure that you have a clear premium offer that turns your inspiration into income. Okay. We're just not being inspiring, but we are also turning that inspiration into income and we're causing a transformation for your audience. Okay. And it's not about pressure at all. It is all about clarity. You must have a solution or remedy. We are calling it an offer right now for your audience. Okay. Your audience gets to say yes, and they know exactly what they're saying yes to, and the conversion becomes natural. The third thing that you must have without a shadow of a doubt, that's part of the secret code, is an audience. You must have the right people in the room that needs or require your offer. So not all the time that you get to start chasing numbers. You start with curating alignment. Who are the people that need the solution that you provide, the offer? And when the audience is right, you can take 30 people and make it into 1.375 million as we've done before. And even a room of 10 people, we've curated and made six figures. Okay. So the fourth thing that you need is a money talk. This is where people start to shrink. A money talk is the moment where transformation meets transaction. Your money talk is the whole entire spiel on how you are delivering. And this is where you are actually selling, but it is actually serving in your talk. You're giving people the opportunity to step into the change that they want to see. You must have that money talk. The next code that you get to have is content, event content. Your event contact, I'm still saying contact. Your event content should create clarity and desire. Lots of time, individuals, when they put together their content, they are teaching. They are out putting out loads and loads of information. I want to share with you that whenever you devise your agenda with event contact, it must be structured in a certain type of way that will include your money talk, okay? And remember, when you teach less, you get to transform more. There is a science and art around and a best practice around how do you curate your event content throughout your agenda and run a show. The next and sixth part that you need is testimonial. And again, I said is testimonial or are testimonials. You get to have someone that says, hey, I have used this item or I have worked with this person and it is exactly what it is saying it is. This is the result that I have gotten as a result of working with you or utilizing your offer. The more testimonials that you have, the more that it eliminates doubts to your audience that this will work for them. Your audience just don't want to hear about what's possible. They also want to see it. So show your receipts, show your results. Let people know that they can win when they are with you. Now, here is where a lot of individuals leave money on the table. Secret number 7, which is the call to action. You want to formulate a very, very clear and distinct invitation to your offer. One, I said to have the offer. Because trust me, there have been individuals that have said to me, Dr. Shauna, we had an offer, but I decided not to give it at the last minute. We were having such a great time. I just decided to not do it. And that is one of the largest ways of your event not converting is because you have an offer and you decided, you know what? The opportunity didn't present itself, or I didn't feel aligned in my body, so I didn't give it. You get to give that invitation, that call to action. Let them know exactly what is it that they need to do next. What are the next steps? Make it clear, make it confident, and make it very, very compelling. Because this invitation, this call to action, is the bridge between the emotion that they are feeling through your amazing money talk and your amazing event contact and content and execution. Okay. Next, you want to ensure that, and this is going to be so simple, but trust me, some people may not have it when they're hosting their event. You want to have a payment system. You want to ensure that whenever you give that amazing invitation, that amazing call to action, that people actually have a way to pay you, a way for them to pay in full, a way for them to make a deposit, and very, very clear outlines of what that looks like. Because if you say, hey, my offer is $25,000, you want to be ready to receive a pay in full, to receive a deposit, and to be able to intelligibly and clearly verbalize when the next payment is, what that payment plan looks like, and what financing system that they could utilize if they were wanting to utilize financing. Okay. Next, the next secret is the location. One of the biggest questions that I have gotten was, where should I have my event? Your clients, your ideal clients, your audience will go wherever you have your event. My only caveat is that you make it easy for them. So if someone is traveling to your city, again, you just want to make sure that your wherever the location is, it is clearly defined, it is safe, and it doesn't get people lost in your city. Okay. And it's not far out, way out somewhere, unless it's a retreat. But here, we're talking about event conversions. Okay. So with that being said, make it easy for your audience to be able to get to you. That's my only thing. Pick a location, make sure it's comfortable, make sure it's safe, and make sure it is easily accessible. Now, if you are doing a virtual event, ensure that the platform is user friendly. You know, lots of individuals now are not a big fan of signing in if they're not already signed into something. And you may come up with this cool app virtual app that you could use. It's super cool, it's super amazing, but make sure it's super user friendly because I cannot say how counterproductive to conversion it is when your audience is clicking on something that they can't click on and they get lost in cyberspace, or they're at a location and they're walking around and they cannot find where you are. That is very, very counterproductive to sales. I promise you, the longer that your person stays lost in cyberspace or lost in some sort of a beautiful venue or out somewhere that they can't find, the more the each second your conversion goes down, down, down. All right. Think about it. If you're lost for about 3 hours, are you going to be very open to buy or to transform? You probably transform, but I don't know if it's into a program or service that they're offering. Okay. All right. And number 10 is, I can't say this enough, execution. You must do the work. Do the work, do the work, do the work. Put the energy in. You know, the universe is going to answer you back. When you are in the midst of conversion and you are doing the work, you are showing up, you know, you're putting it in, you are executing, you're in flow, your delivery, you're precise, it will return it to you. And sometimes I've seen it, I've seen it, I've seen it. Sometimes it's not where you think. You'll get the return, but it may not be that individual that you've been texting or sending message out, or it may not have come from where you think it is, but it will answer you back. So your level of execution matters. If you have some rest energy, you will get that rest energy back. If you have that high energy, you're in flow, you're making sure that the payments are done, that people are doing what they're supposed to, that will get returned to you. It's going to be the choreography of your confidence, the rhythm of your event that will keep people leaning in. Okay. Now, this is the secret code, and I'm going to go back down the line to share with you the secret codes of event conversion. You have mindset. You must have the right mindset. You must have an offer, a solution to provide to your audience, one that they need. You must have an audience. You cannot sell to a room of no one. Okay, you can give out the best offer, but you have to have people inside the room. You've got to be able to have your money talk, to be able to share with everyone their transformation. You must have your event content and not teaching all the time. You must have the right content, the science-based content. You must have testimonials or at least a testimonial. And granted, not everyone is going to have a long list of testimonials, okay? You may have one, two, or three. Again, you just get to have your testimonials, okay? Make the invitation, the call to action. That's number 7. Ensure that they have a way to pay you and that the payment structure is clearly defined upfront. Okay. And that's number 8. Number 9, make sure that your location is easily accessible. It doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's easily accessible and no one's getting lost in the cyberspace or the physical space. I know that's one of my pet peeves. Don't get me lost somewhere. Jesus. And out here like Christopher Columbus looking for new land. And number 10, execution. Get your energy up and flow. Now, this is the secret code. You need each and every one of these components to ensure that your event converts. Now, if this is hitting home for you and you're sitting here thinking and you're at this moment and you're saying, this is exactly what I need, or I need to get more clarity about any of these, reach out to me and we will be more than happy to support you with this. I am Dr. Shauna, and I'm helping you turn your event experiences into empires. And again, thank you so much for being here.